What's up, people? Back at you again with another Moralities moment. It's this last video in the video series entitled Avoid Adopting Other People's Negative Views. This morning's note is, if you find yourself in conversation with someone who is depressed, hurt, or frustrated, show him or her kindness and give a sympathetic ear. Just don't allow yourself to be pulled down too. Yesterday, it could have been kind of easy for me to develop a negative attitude, negative views or whatever, because I encouraged a couple of people on yesterday that were feeling down, kind of hurt, kind of depressed or whatever, and it could have been very easy for me to allow that spirit or that energy to transfer into myself, but here's one thing. The first thing I want us to know, and not adopting other people's negative attitudes or negative views. Be encouraging, but don't join the party. A lot of people like to have pity parties, when things don't go their way. And it goes back to a couple of the things that I mentioned in the first video. I think when I gave examples of what I believe causes many people to develop negative attitudes or negative views, which was polarized thinking, or in other words, if you're not perfect, you're a failure. But people are either wonderful or awful. That could be the beginning of a depression stage when people, if you're not perfect, then you're a failure or you're awful. A lot of people, they develop negative attitudes and negative views because they feel like they're not what they should be or where they should. But I always tell people, as long as you got breath in your body, you have an opportunity to get it right. So whether you feel like you hit the mark or you miss it, don't allow it to cause you to go to the negative side, develop negative energy, get bitter about everything that's going on in your life. Take the opportunity, the chance that you've given to assess your situation or whatever the situation may be, and make adjustments, make changes to improve or better the situation instead of being negative. I oftentimes tell people, and I have to tell myself this as well, allow your hardships to be learning situations. So instead of always being caught up in how bad the situation is, look for God in the situation. See where God has preserved you, where God has protected you, where God has kept you in the midst of that bad situation, and then you should have every reason to be happy and not negative. Another reason, people again get negative views, negative attitudes, or might even be depressed or hurt or frustrated. Again, it's personalization. Making everything about them. Whenever somebody does something, it's about them. They don't like me because of this. They don't like me because of that. And it don't really have anything to do with you at all. So stop, again, personalizing stuff. When you're talking to somebody and they making everything personal, like it's an attack on them or whatever. Yeah, we all go through testing. We all go through trials, and better yet, don't think that your fiery situation is unique to you, because chances are you're not the only person that have been through what you're going through. Circumstances, situations might be different, but I guarantee you that somebody's been through what you might be going through or what you might be facing. So don't personalize it, because you're not the only person on this earth that they picked out for you to go through financial issues, to go through relational issues, to go through emotional issues. Learn to take time and get in a quiet place. Get in a quiet place and reflect on all the good that you have in your life, and not focus on all the negative, because I guarantee you that in a lot of instances your good days outweigh your bad days, and again, that goes back to the heavenly fallacy again that I talked about, where we had this notion that just because we love the Lord, just because we can quote scripture from cover to cover, that everything is going to be sunshine and blue skies. But that's not the case. If Jesus himself, if the disciples in the Bible, if the people of the Bible suffer persecution, what makes us think that we're going to escape? Yes, I know Jesus finished it and he sealed the deal, but the Bible does tell us that any man born of a woman, or anybody born of a woman, to be more general, your days are going to be full of sorrow, meaning that you're going to have some good days and you're going to have some bad days, but take the good, take the bad, and put them all together, and there you have life. Life is what it is. So again, when you're talking to people that seem to be depressed, when you're talking to people that seem to be frustrated, when you're talking to people that seem to be hurt, be encouraging, but don't join the party. Help them or talk them or encourage them out of their situation by allowing them to see, your situation. The Bible tells us that they overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. So, be transparent with people just to show how good God is or has been in your life, but you have to use discretion. People don't need to know everything, or that you've been through, or everything that is happening to you in life, but use your testimony, to help people see how good God is and what God is capable of doing. I could go on and on about how good God has been to me, what God has done, what he's delivered me from, but I use discretion because everybody don't need to know, every intricate detail, but all they do need to know that as long as you have breath in your body, as long as you can get up in the morning and take a step, and you have the faculties of your members, you can use your members, you can think, you have an opportunity to make some changes and do some things right. So with that being said, I want to encourage you, to be encouraging. Say a kind word to somebody, and maybe just what you say, or even just the encouraging smile, can change a person's entire look, not only on that day or that moment, but they could that look or that word could probably change their lives forever. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this morning's morality moment. Peace, and I'm out.